Yeah, yeah. And now it's at a point to where now it's like um everybody's kind of doing their own thing. I guess I don't talk to everybody on a regular anymore. Um, but it looks like the guys are just kind of doing their own thing, if anything. And when I say the guys, I mean like everybody, like Streets and Juice and the whole clan. Um, some people have moved on since our days of old, doing other things with their lives and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. I've always been one to just try to look at the opportunity and see how can I make it work for me, if it
Yeah.
can work for me, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes that's really difficult though, I think, because it's like somebody brings you a product and they want you to get involved. And I don't know, there was I was trying to put like a music show together similar to what we did on Columbia Power and Water
Right.
here in Lexington.
Mhm.
I was new to the area, and I was just social media, like going to some of the venues. There's not a lot of venues around here actually for local artists, but I was going to the ones that uh, have shows pretty regularly, and trying to find bands and solo artists and just compiling like a group of people that I could put this show together. And someone introduced me to this small production company, and this lady was pretty much the same idea. I mean, it was like almost mirror images of an episode, and she had a team, and so
Mhm.
I was like, I'm out here trying to put this together myself. You're lacking the video department, and I'm lacking everything else.
Right. Right.
So it's like, let's team up. And I felt like I was capitalizing on my opportunity right there because
Mhm.
this is a huge step forward in trying to put this show together. And we recorded a couple episodes, but I don't know that they ever saw the light of day because the direction that we were going in was different. And we went to we interviewed a couple bands. We went to their performances and we got some recordings of them, and
Mhm.
like everything seemed to be moving forward. And at the end, it just kind of fell apart. And I handed over all my footage, and I'd like to give excuses for why it never went past that stage, but it was one of those times when the opportunity was there, and I don't know, whoever was supposed to take the initiative to put it out for the world to see, that never happened.
Ah, I see. I see.
It looked good to me, but
Yeah.
it wasn't my show anymore.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You know,
So you didn't have the rights to put it out yourself?
I probably could have, in all honesty, because a lot of the creative process that went on in the background I provided. But at the end of the day, I walked away from what I was trying to accomplish to become a crew member for what someone else was doing, because we seemed like we were heading in the same direction.
Mhm.
But when I saw that the show was not going in that way, I completed my agreement and walked away from it.
I see.
And I never heard anything after that. And this area, there are so many musicians here. I have met a ton of musicians that live in middle central Kentucky, and there just isn't an outlet for that. And even though I've had the opportunity to be a part of the music scene here a few times, there just isn't. I'm used to Nashville, that's
Right.
what I'm used to, where everybody's doing it. And here it's like people are doing it at home, and it doesn't really go anywhere.
So they're basically where our town was when I first got here.
Yeah, they're pre-evolution.
Gotcha.
That's what it is here.
Gotcha.
It is,
And I remember going out to people and like, where do y'all do your shows? And we were like, We ain't never did no show. Like, what?
Same.
Yeah. So,
Same.
yeah. So they're not capitalizing on that moment.
They're not. They're not. And, a lot of the venues here don't accept local talent. It's a local bar, and they have a stage, and they allow bands to come in. But if I had a demo and I brought it to them and said, "Hey, I want to perform here," they don't accept that type of submission. So you have to have management. You have to have it's not set up for the band who performs in their garage. It's set up for those who have graduated from that stage and have moved on. And unfortunately, local artists, there's not a lot of people that have graduated from that. Most of the bands don't have videos. They don't have social media presence. They're just in a band. And it's the same thing. Like I'd go to one of these places and I'd meet like somebody who was a member of the band, like, "Hey, I'm Brand, I'm a filmmaker, blah, 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 blah." He's like, "Oh, well, our band is doing this. We're about to go on the road. You should talk to this band." And so I'd contact that band, go through the introduction again, and be like, "Let me know where your shows are. I'd like to come out and see." He'd let me listen to some of your music, but I can't find it streaming anywhere. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't do distribution like that."
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Like, yeah, no, we don't do that. We got some CDs. Yeah, that's cool. My car doesn't even have a CD player.
Right. You know what I mean?
Like that worked in 1995. That doesn't work anymore. You guys got to like step it up. You're never going to get out of that phase if you don't try, you know. Where do you perform at? When's your next show? Oh, we don't have any shows booked. What?
That's crazy.
What? Like, even if it's 6 months away, I expect something.
Right. I played nursing homes, Brandon, when I first got here. 9 of them, to be exact.
Man.
9 nursing homes. I played gas stations. I played wherever I could play. Because, as we said earlier, this place wasn't designed for that either. No one was doing that either. But again, capitalizing on the moment. You know what I mean? And a lot of the people that own the gas stations were like from, not from this country. So I'm going in with a foreign concept to someone who's an immigrant. They ain't never had nobody come in and ask, "Yo, can I play the sidewalk of your gas station for like 45 minutes and shit and try to sell my record and whatnot?" You know what I'm saying? So, but they let me play. They let me play. But I started at nursing homes. Sometimes you can't start at the top.
Right.
If one of those bands in your town really wanted to play live, but it's not set up for live venues, play your backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do that. Invite some people over, set up a situation in your backyard and go to town.
Yep.
Make it happen. Create that buzz. The nursing homes, I think they let me come because I wasn't charging a whole lot of money, and they needed entertainment for their residents. Regardless. And I would go in and rap. You know what I mean? I would. And, these 60, 70, 80, I remember one guy got up and left. You know what I mean? Like, right as soon as I started, he just walked back to his room. I remember that. You know what I mean? And, but for the most part, the majority of the people stayed. And after my set, they all wanted to talk to me. All of them. All of them. There's a good chance that some of them haven't had anybody come see them in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I spent time with them, even if it was just 10 minutes chatting with them, that's more time than anybody else outside of the facilities has done. And they would buy my CD and would tell me, "I didn't understand anything you said, but I want to support you, baby. Here's $10. You know what I mean? And make it happen. Capitalizing on your moment. And for the people that did get the Sunday visits and whatnot, who you think they're going to be telling their family about when their family comes see them. Don't tell them about me. And they're
Right.
gonna show them the CD. Like, this black guy came out here and he blew my mind with what he was doing, but I bought a CD from his name, and then that's a possibility that they may go look me up. You know what I mean? But capitalizing on your moment. I didn't look at the crowd being a bunch of old people that don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I didn't see it as that. I saw it for a way to get myself in front of some people.
Right.
And just did it that way.
Right. I also love, like we've learned recently that these social media platforms.
It's the peanut butter magic show.